Greetings, and once again, welcome back to the incredible insanity. In the last episode, I planned to do stuff, but I didn't do stuff. I basically just removed a belt that was going along this route and provided some more things to LTN and started providing lots of gravel and stone and iron oxide and stuff to LTN. In this episode, I will continue and fix some minor things from the last episode. Maybe most important one being that this thing over here wastes stuff. It wastes a lot of stuff. Because this recipe is way more efficient than this recipe. It's much better to make solder using tar than to make it without tar. And for this, I plan on maybe possibly making a check valve, which I can make. Because this little teeny tiny thing can check how much of something is in a pipe. And you should probably be in that direction. Allows flow only in the direction of the arrow, and then I believe that you can be connected here. Read contents enabled when tar is less than 20, maybe something like that, but you are always enabled. And then you can have your inserters back. Or actually, let's say 10. 10 is a good number, maybe. So when there's not enough tar, then you can be active. Otherwise, please do not be active. And I have also noticed that these machines are pretty hungry. Which means that they also take out lots of ash, which means that I need a few more inserters to deal with that. So now you are not active despite having raw coal. And speaking of raw coal and stuff, you might remember in the last episode I started talking about graphite and how that was a problem and still is a problem. Okay, maybe not right now, or well, a little bit actually. Right now I'm missing tin dust and lead here, but that's mostly because I have recently received a delivery which is currently making solder. But every now and then we're missing graphite, like here, as you can see, we're missing aluminium because we're missing graphite. And that can be fixed by making graphite, which I plan to do, and I plan to do it this way using Favagaia and raw coal. But there is another way. Because if we add a little bit of destructive distillations columns, which also gives us coal gas and tar is something that we appreciate. And then we take a look at how we can get not using that recipe, that's for sure. How we can get coal from raw coal. Then we can see that we take 6.5 raw coal, and that is boom 10 coal, which is boom 6 coke. And 6 coke from 6.5 raw coal is better than 6 coal from 6 coke from or 5 coke from 12.5 raw coal. So If we change a bit here, and then we realize that we don't need this approach at all. And then we need less Favogaya and less everything. So, and we also get more stuff like tar and coal gas and iron oxide and coal dust and ash and stuff. So that's the plan. That's the plan. That is way more efficient than anything else I had in mind. But in order to accomplish this, I am going to need to not die from a train, and I'm going to need a bunch of... Oh, hello, soldier. I'm going to need a bunch of space in my inventory. Rails. Rails is what I need. Do I have a fish oil barrel? Oh well. Can I have one more? Thank you. And then, as always, the question is, where do we build this stuff? Not here, please. Oh, come on. Should have known that was going to happen. Because what we do is that we will plan on possibly using this spot over here. Wait a minute. This is... The plan is to use left side. This is not... This is left side on the way back, but that's okay, because this is currently a U-turn, so whatever. So here, my plan is to... I don't need better aluminum, I have better aluminum. My plan is to make a coal city block using quite a bit of stuff. It might actually be time to make another Favogaya place. So, so here I want to make like everything coal related. Okay. Everything coal related, from preferably from raw coal, but I am afraid that I don't yet have the infrastructure needed to make it directly from raw coal. So instead, I guess I will need to have... Well, I could possibly just import Favogaya here. 2 graphite per second is 12 Favogaya plantations. That's honestly not much in comparison to my previous existing plantations. And Favogaya spores, that's basically free, that just needs steam, which I will have here anyway, because I have raw coal and stuff here. And then fungal substrates. So fungal substrates I don't currently have in LTN anywhere. And for the record, I also don't have Favogaya in LTN, so there's that. But fungal substrates should be quite easy to get, possibly into LTN. Somewhere, maybe. or not. Either that or I just import the Favgaia as is. I guess it kind of depends on how... Damn. I seem to be getting quite a bit of solder right now. It seems like that production is definitely paying off. Oh, another delivery already. I might be becoming rich in rails very soon. Fluid ingredient shortage. Yep, that kind of makes sense. And you have a shortage because you are missing lead. And now you are missing graphite, which is kind of the problem that I would like to fix. And I'm missing lead because this place shouldn't have powdered aluminium, but whatever. I assume that I might not have that much lead ore right now. At least not over there, and then the question is, how are we doing with lead ore in the provider area? Not that much here either, right now at least. But hopefully soon. Ish. But yeah, so Favgaia or raw coal? Import raw coal, import Favgaia, or just make Favgaia here. Either way, I am sooner or later going to need to have these fungal substrates in LTN, and I was almost going to say a lot of it, but maybe not. And we have a little provider over here which we could use, but this area of fungal substrate production might be a bit overworked already, although it is possible to extend it a bit up here. It would be very nice to have my entire base covered with roboports and construction robots, but that is not the case right now. So if we just do a little bit of this, then right, you are using logs for fuel, thanks. Then that means that we should have the capacity to make a bit of fungal substrates. And then the question is, where do we put this into LTN? I guess we put it over here, just like with everything else. Fungal substrates. 2000? Sure, 2000. And I can't paste to those things yet. Need to remember to fix that. Hello robots, please do stuff. I mean, you don't really need to take care of those rails, but sure, whatever. I am actually starting to have quite a bit of rails, so I guess that's fine. And then please fix this stuff. Thank you very much. So now I have fungal substrates in LTN. That's a good step in the right direction. And once again, I managed to get stuck there. Has happened before, will probably happen again. Uh, Favagaya plantations. I'm pretty sure that I have those somewhere. Question is where? 9 there, 46 there. At the old mall, of course. Then I might also need to make a bunch of other stuff. Do I really want to do this, go this route? I have so much fungal substrates everywhere. You know what? No, I don't want to do this. I want to import raw coal. Or at least Favagaya. Out of those two, I don't honestly know which one I want to request, but I do know that this place can be changed. I don't, however, want this to be yet another episode with just a bunch of refactoring. I do want to make more stuff. New stuff. Lots of stuff. But I guess anytime I provide stuff to LTN is a good sign. So do I have... I do have raw coal here, actually. Can I then maybe make a beautiful little belt? And I assume that this will be enough. Hello, robots. Thank you. And then I need to have a splitter here. Now here's the problem. Let's see. Raw coal, 2000. 400. And then raw coal, less than 0. Alright, also this one needs to have Something like that. Then I am also very much in need of quite a few machines. Let's see. Okay, destructive distillation column, that part I can skip. So high pressure furnace and okay, destructive distillation column and stuff. Oops, you can probably stop doing that. So I need high pressure furnace. Do I have stone blocks here? I do not. I want to have stone blocks here. Am I providing stone blocks anywhere? I hope so. Or am I? Yes, 10k. I don't know where, but I don't care. Please just temporarily increase this thing. Actually, do I have a power switch? Ugh, expensive. But what if we do this? So you can have -1, then you can be like toggable. Okay, I guess we're gonna wait a bit for the things to come. That's not the things. Here are the things. The stone bricks. 3 of those, and then let's see. What else? Destructive distillation columns. 3 of them, I believe. I need a few steam engines because they are expensive to make. Secondary crusher, automated screener. Steel and iron plates. Steel and iron plates. Steel and iron plates. And these are also a bit simple circuit boards. 200 maybe. Okay, you have stone bricks and stuff. Whoops. You have iron plates. Okay, let's wait. Okay, we have a slight problem. My problem is that I am missing simple circuit boards. Not very surprising. And also I did get a delivery of simple circuit boards here, but it didn't go over here. Instead, it went into my big mall of machines to become something else. God knows what. So I just need to ransack some of these chests in order to get my beloved simple circuit boards. And then the question is, how much am I going to need? It was screeners, I think, that I was planning on making. I have 2 screeners slash screamers right now. I might need to prioritize secondary crusher. And that requires duralumin. And more simple circuit boards. So please give me some more simple circuit boards. Pretty please. I'm not sure, but I think I'm out of simple circuit boards. So I need secondary crushers, and in order to get that, I need... Oh, thank you, research. I need duralumin and small parts, among other things. So in order to get duralumin and small parts, I need to go to the duralumin production place and figure out why I'm not getting any duralumin. My guess is that I'm missing aluminium, which in my opinion is a bit weird because there's a belt missing. In my opinion, I have duralumin or aluminium. Whether or not I have too much of enough of it, that's a completely different question, of course. So secondary crusher. Okay, I can make 2 of them. That's a start. Would be very nice to have more duralumin, but I can't have everything. Ah. Secondary crusher. Alright, I guess that will do for now. Now it might be important to remember to turn off this extra priority. I can probably give this a group high priority. And then I can also remove this T group that I just used to transfer some signals from one group to another. And then I should have everything that I need in order to deconstruct the belt before I go down there. Apparently. I do like the feeling of deconstructing belts, actually. It's like cleaning up lots of old stuff. No. Thank you. And then here we are. So I'm going to need a requester station that I still haven't made a blueprint for, apparently. What's this? That's just a straight line. That's also a straight line. Very weird. Provider station, you can go in there, and then you are there. Okay. So how about we once and for all make a requester station. Warehouse, like that. Shunt loaders. Like that. And what else do I need? I need decider combinator and a constant combinator. So let's see, you can be going there, you can be going there, and you can actually, let's make it the weird way. No, weird way feels bad. Uh, Red, no, wait, let's see. I mean, sure, I can use the not zero condition. Actually, let's use this not zero condition. Then I don't need that. Then I will still need this because this is going to set the condition for these things, for the little loaders. And then I will need to have read train content set there, and then let's see. Red and green. Let's see. Red not zero. Green more than zero. Output everything, each one. And that should work. Now I just need to find some electricity somewhere. Look, found some. Is there anything else I need here besides steam, of course? I need to compare with an existing requester. Red wire there, green wire there, not zero there. That there, that there. Yep, looks about... of course, one thing missing. A wire. Now please give me a blueprint. Logistics train stop. Requester. LTN requester. Do not save train stop names actually. And now please put this there and also there. And then the thing is I'm going to need steam here. That was known well in advance. Let's hope that I can fix some steam. I have offshore pump. I do know how to make some water. And then I need a boiler. And then I have steam. And you can take maybe this logs for the time being. And then the question is, what do I want here? Raw coal. Thank you. Lots of it. Maybe don't need that much, but why not? And then I want to have raw coal going here. And sure, why not there as well? And then I have a secondary crusher. That's kind of where we need to start, it seems. These machines you can actually place. Then we have a screener, and then we have a secondary crusher of another kind, and then we have a destructive distillation column. And then it feels like we are building stuff in a very, very weird way, but I think we will be good. This is per second. And it seems like one belt should be doable. Whether or not these inserters are enough, however, I will not say. No comments. Come on now, can I have my raw coal, please? It feels so much better when you're actually providing me with stuff. Lead ore looks way too similar to raw coal. I need more trains. And I probably need a better depot. And I probably need even more rails, although it is looking much, much better now. Starting to look better, at least. But I'm very much missing lead. No, I'm missing graphite. Haha! And that's kind of the problem that I want to solve here, so yay. But it would feel better if I actually had some... Okay, let's click this button. It's a miracle, a train has been dispatched. It's just gonna take a teeny tiny little bit to get here. At least I have a bit of lead under production. Oops, not plus, minus, please. I think I can try and maybe sort of standardize these numbers now. Because there is what? Why not? Drive remotely. Manual. Let's see, where am I? I'm here. So you should go down there. You should go around here. Huh. You can get here. The question is, why did you not think that you could get here? No. Please don't construct those. I do, however, don't yet have a way to get out of here. I need to fix that. Like that. It's probably once again time to make a proper intersection place. This one is kind of looking sort of ready for it. I'm still missing a bit of rails. Now anyway, I have most of the things that I need here. So you are making a bunch of stuff, and this stuff becomes other stuff. Now the problem here is that you are actually making 3 different things. That's kind of more than the usual. So that means that you need to have a few extra. Let's see, you need to have crushed coal. Are you making crushed? You are making crushed coal. You are making crushed coal. You are making coal and coarse coal. I guess coarse coal is the thing that should be going in here. We can move you 1 step. And have a few extra splitters. coarse coal? That's coarse coal, I believe. Coarse coal should go here. And you may take 1 per second. You make 2.65 per second. And then let's see, you need to have... Where do I want this crushed coal? Let's maybe take the crushed coal and just put it here for the time being, because I think that's the thing that is least useful. And you are also making 3 things. How nice of you. So you also need to have 1 of those. And then I guess I'm ready to connect that thing. And you are using 1 per second. That is 2 inserters. You are making quite a bit. You are making stuff, you're making stuff, and coal needs to go here. And then I think that I can have a provider station, possibly. Somewhere over here. Exactly where doesn't really matter that much. And you need to have electricity. And no, you should not have this. And suddenly I have quite a lot of coal. Maybe not very surprising. So now comes the fun part of taking this stuff here and putting it into these lovely things. You can take 4 per second approximately, rather 3.33. And then let's see. Tar goes here. Coal gas goes maybe this way. And then you have quite a bit of coke, which is good. You make approximately 3 things per second. 3, 3. And then I need to have a splitter for this to say that coke is the name, should go there. Leftovers go here, which is currently the iron oxide. I feel like a fluid central will come in handy over here. You, of course, should actually take stuff to get more steam. You are quite close to that thing. I don't like that. Dut, 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 dut. Dut, dut. Sure. Now the question is, how much duralumin do I have over here? The answer is probably not enough. Definitely not enough, because I still need aluminium. What's your problem? Oh, okay. Okay. Still no. Still no. How can you not? Okay, wait a minute. Maybe because you are not sure about which way to take here. So what if we do like that and like that? Oh, bloody hell. It's that thing. And that thing. Now you can find a way. Thank you. Then I can actually replace this thing with that. So, okay, you had delivery of 1,000 raw coal. That's nice. Now, I do need some amounts of duralumin or something. You should also be split over here, because some of you should go back here. And here I need a red wire, because this is what I want to limit. Eh. Thank you. That's less than 0. $2,400. Maybe should even do even more. Graphite I also want here. 2,400 of that too. A pressure furnace. $166. Okay, that means 2 of these. And just because one of my things are out, I will use the other thing. Graphite less than 0. But the problem is right now that I'm not getting anything because I don't have any inserters here. That might be a problem. Honestly, I think this is gonna be very, very handy, this production. Only issue is that I have quite a bit of coal gas and tar here that is going absolutely nowhere. Because I need some duralumin and a little fluid central or something. I don't happen to have a fluid central nearby anywhere. No. Closest one is over here, but that's too far away. But however, I could maybe take those two. Why do you not have... Oh. Never mind, I know why. Because of the thing I'm trying to fix here. Please make lots of graphite, please make lots of graphite. Also, here you go, you probably want this. Two graphite, that is not a lot. Do I want coal here? I mean, it might come in handy. So possibly that would then be this thing. Here you go, you or someone made this, I don't really care who. Ah, one splitter. Coal less than 0, thank you. Can't pipette those. Here comes coal. Coal. Here, thank you. 2,400, as always. Have some coal, have some coke. Right, you are also pretty... Just a teeny tiny bit amount of ash. Do I have a solid separator by any chance? Probably not. Do I have a solid separator? Or what is it called? Solid separator, right. Because I would like this to become soot so that I can just provide that soot. But in order for that, hey, wait. Ah, I really like limestone tiles. I really, absolutely like limestone tiles. Apparently, I can run faster than a train on limestone tiles. At least as long as the train hasn't fully accelerated. Because I would like to go to the mall for a little bit before going back there. I want iron. Blop, 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 blop. I do not want that to happen. I want iron. Because I wanted solid separator or solid separator, whichever comes first. Let's go for a solid one this time. As long as you can make ash, and you can. Or soot rather. Thank you. Now you may continue not here, but there. And now this thing will complain a bit. Unscheduled cargo. Yeah. Requester profile. Okay. Provider unscheduled cargo. Yeah, the provider is probably the issue here. Solid separator. Boom. Ash to soot. Thank you. Not sure why I did not get more power poles when I was at the mall, but that's what happens. Now I guess you should definitely be... Yeah, now you're definitely removing more ash than you're producing. It's probably gonna take a while for this ash to get anywhere, kind of. Or for this soot to even be delivered. But now in... Ugh. Of course. Too much tar. Can I get a train? Sure, fluid train works just as fine. Although, where am I going? What do I want? I want to go to the mall. No, stop that. Because I want pipes. I want pipe to grounds. I want more pipes. I want some transport belts. Maybe not 600 of them, that's a bit much. I want power poles. And I want more pipe to grounds. More pipe to grounds and underground belts and splitters. Thank you. And maybe a few of those. Thank you. That's one way to do it. A few more of those. Constant combinators are very useful. And train stops I don't really need, so you go there. For when you will be needed. What are you waiting for now? Ah, iron plates, okay. Oh, I actually managed to find a path that went right the way down. So now I would like to have this graphite, and I would very, very much like to have a way to store these fluids. Or even better, provide the fluids. So I want a fluid thing. Fluid central. But in order to get that, I might need to lower this a bit more. Can I somehow make a beautiful like that maybe? Very beautiful. It does look a bit weird, doesn't it? Maybe it isn't, I don't know. And then turn that off and place... How have I not made a fluid central yet? Or wait, I have. And then I would like to have this there, maybe? Then I would like to have that, and you can place the rest. And then I would like to, let's see. You can have that one, you can have that one. So one of them will be tar, the other one will be coal gas. I am not biased which one is which. Anything can become anything. Mm, 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 mm. You are now sort of being provided here. Provide threshold can maybe be 28,000 and something can't find a way. Again. Ah! You had another 1,000 raw coal, thank you. And we're starting to see the results now. But why are we not getting any... Okay, I think I need to scale up this quite a bit. Why do I have that many? Having 3 here should be way more than enough. And having 2 on this side should also be enough. Secondary crusher. However, if I make one of these, of course, duralumin. If I make another one of these, then I will probably need to scale up the rest. But I believe I have a few graphite now in my inventory. Maybe some more are here. Yep, 22 more. I can use those to make some stuff. And maybe my microphone is a bit too loud, or maybe I am screaming sometimes. Yeah, you can actually make a bit of that stuff as well. No molten tin, because that I have way too much of. And then all of this will eventually be processed to become something. Hopefully duralumin, but you never know. Either duralumin or something else. And it looks like I am behind in production of tin plates. That's not good. Or lead plates, I mean. Which kind of means that I'm going to need quite a bit of this stuff. But that can be arranged, because now I just need a little requester, which I know exists up here. Like here. And then no. And then let's see. You should take out graphite, please. Because now I am going to request graphite over here. Which then needs to go down here somewhere. Like here. And then you can stop this production over here. Now for the trick. Okay, there might be a valuable slot over here. Yeah, this will do. This should make it more effective when I have the graphite. The problem is when I have the graphite, because I don't always have graphite. I hope at least I have gotten some amounts of aluminium, question mark? Or maybe it has already been delivered? Maybe it has already been... Nope. This was probably a while ago. Let's maybe ask the train log. Ah, drill heads. Drill heads requester. It went to the drill heads requester. That's maybe not perfect this time around, but there's probably a good reason for why it did. After all, drill heads also need stuff. Either way, I think that might be enough for this episode. So thank you for watching, and at least we have managed to do something. New coal city block. I can actually remove this to do. Thanks for watching. See you next time.